Prepare for total domination.
I've got a golden ticket.
That's a winner!
Good Saturday morning, everyone. My name is David Sharp, and you're here on the winning ticket. My man, Robert Hickman. Britt Williams joining us after a huge win. And, of course, our regular, my man, Clemson John. What's going on, everyone?
What up, man? How you been?
Benton Royal Ascot right now. What are you doing, Britt?
Still celebrating.
I know you are. John, what's going on?
Not much, guys. Just basketball's done, so we're getting in the middle of baseball and waiting for football season. It'll be here before we know it.
Where's the energy, John? Bring it, my man.
Yeah, well, this is really called the seasonal depression time for me, guys.
Yeah, there's nothing Clemson on anymore. There's no football. So John's in a lull right now until what? When does Clemson start spring games?
Well, we've got media days coming up at the end of July, so that at least we get some, coaches talking about stuff at the end of July at least. But for the next 30 days or so, it's seasonal depression, David.
Well, we got hockey going on. We got the Stanley Cup. Britt, we'll get into the NBA Finals, but we've got the Stanley Cup Finals going on. The Tampa Bay Lightning and the Colorado Avalanche. Game 2 is this evening with Colorado having a 1-0 lead. Man, I really am hoping Tampa Bay pulls it out, for Tampa Bay to go for the first three-peat since the 80s, and Pat Maroon being the first player to go for a four-peat after winning with the Blues in 2019, and so far 2 with the Tampa Bay Lightning would be really awesome.
Do we think there is an outside chance that the Avs sweep them?
Wow.
They've swept everybody but us.
Yeah, they have only lost 2 games, one of those being against us, and 2 of those against us.
Both of us against us. We're the only team that beat them in the playoffs.
Yeah, I would man. So with Kroenke being an owner in the NFL, one of the things is he is not allowed to own more than one sports team in a different city. That's the way that the NFL rules work. So he's still the owner of the Denver Nuggets, but he had to sell the Colorado Avalanche. Who did he sell it to? His wife and kids.
Yeah.
Shocker.
So he still technically owns them, but he sold it to his wife and kids. So I don't know. I don't want Colorado to win. I'm not a fan of them after the way that Kadri played against the Blues, and just
for the second year in a row.
Yeah, for the second year in a row. And I was so glad when I heard he got hurt. But we'll see. I mean, I would love Tampa to win, but Colorado is pretty dominant this postseason.
Wait, Brett, I want to know how that transaction went down. It's like, when a family member sells you a car for $1, I mean, did John, what do you think? You think they gave his way? Hey, it's a $2 each. Everybody, each of you give me $1 and you own the Avalanche.
Right.
Oh yeah, he's just doing what he needs to do to keep it around the family. It is.
Doesn't he own a soccer team too?
Yeah, he owns part of one of the Premier League teams.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what I thought.
Yep.
It's like Real something, right?
No. He owns one of the teams in England.
Yeah.
Oh.
And he pissed them off, the fan base off, because what did he try and do? Just like he did to the St. Louis Rams, he tried to move them, and they booed him out of the stadium and told him that they would kill him if he moved their team out of the city.
England don't play when it comes to soccer.
Dude, they are
the only thing they're aggressive about.
Well, speaking of soccer, let me pull it up here.
The Arsenal.
Yes, the Arsenal.
Yeah, that's right.
The Arsenal FC. Which I liked until Kroenke got him.
No, they're an incredible history of being good.
Yeah, absolutely they do. Speaking of soccer, though, this week it was announced the venues for the 2026 World Cup that will take place here in North America. It will take place here in. Let me get you the cities real quick. Kansas City is going to be one of the host teams. Yep. Los Angeles obviously will be one of the host teams. Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, as well as Toronto. So the first round will take place in quote unquote internationally, where we'll have some venues inside of the U.S., inside of Mexico, and inside of Canada. And then after that, everything else will be played here in the States at Foxborough and a couple other venues. So they'll play in Mexico City, they'll play in Monterrey, Guadalajara, and then they'll play in Vancouver and Toronto internationally. And then the rest will be played here in the States at Seattle, San Francisco, Los Angeles, Dallas.
I thought the Bay was one of them.
Dallas, Houston, Kansas City, Atlanta, Miami, Philadelphia, and New York and Foxborough will be the cities here in the States. So it's cool, man, to have the World Cup back here in the U.S. It's been quite some time since it was played here. I think back in the 80s was the last time it was played here in the States.
To be fair, it's only cool because we finally qualified.
Well, it's been a while, Britt. It's been a while.
Too long.
Yeah.
Well, and this is the men's World Cup, not the women's.
Right. Well, I don't ever worry about the women's qualifying. They qualify every year. They're a contender every year.
Yeah.
So, pretty cool though. All right, Britt, we'll hand it over. We'll let you have. When Greg Damon is on with us, Greg and I get our time. John gets his. Take it away, Britt.
I called it in 6. I told you it'd be in 6.
You did.
I told you with outside Brown and Tatum, they just don't have enough scoring. Game 1 was a career night for Marcus Smart and Al Horford, and they just couldn't overcome our adjustments. And quite frankly, they couldn't overcome Curry, who had just an incredible finals. I mean, he averaged 31, 6, and 5.
Wow.
For a guy who shot really bad in game 5, he still ended up with those numbers. He averaged 5 threes a game, and again went 0 for 9 in game 5 and still averaged 5 threes a game. It was an incredible series. I told my husband Jared after we won game 4, I go, oh, it's over. We broke them. We broke their spirit. It was just so obvious because game 3 was a pretty good battle, and then Boston pulled it out. I actually expected them to win game 3, just because they hadn't really lost a back-to-back. It was the first game at home for them. I didn't really expect us to win that at all. I thought it would be great if we did, but game 4, I knew we would win game 4, and we just dominated them mentally. Everything that they threw at us, we just continued to correct or gain momentum. Because I think it was game 4, they may have had a decent third quarter, and then we just shut the door in the fourth. So it was that game. I was like, oh, it's over. Curry went off in game 4, and those purple shoes, man, he don't lose in those purple shoes.
Hey, I got to interject, since this is we haven't talked a lot about gambling lately, and here's we go. But Britt, here we go. You and I talking after game 1, and I said plus 165 on the series. When are you going to pound it? Yeah, when are you gonna get the Warriors at plus 165 for the series? John, she said, get down, David. Get down on that 165. Thank you very much.
I said to pile it.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Headed on vacation soon. It's gonna help with vacation. So John, plus 165 after game 1. I want to go back because you like to make a few wagers yourself. So after game 1, they go from being series favorites to plus 165 after losing game 1. That seemed like really a huge, out of line. I don't know how to.
It was. Vegas was very reactive in this series because so Golden State was favored. by like, they were like minus 150 or maybe minus 120 or something. And then we lose game 1 and we're all of a sudden we're like, oh, they got no chance. They're plus 165. But then when we win game 2, we go to like minus 110 again. Like it was every time someone won, the bet line just swung the other direction. Like it's like Vegas had no idea what was going on.
Yeah,
I mean, I even got Curry for MVP at like plus 160.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Which is like, everyone knows that he's going to win the MVP. He arguably could have won the MVP even if Boston wins the series.
No, that's possible.
That's
because
always
Tatum,
the interesting
Tatum and
thing
Brown
for
were
me.
just like averaging maybe 24 a game, and Curry was over 30. Like, there's no denying, even though haters hate, there's no denying Curry was the best player on the floor.
That's so interesting to me that in the NBA, I don't think it's ever happened in MLB or the NFL where the MVP of a series was from the losing team. And it's happened in the NBA before. I don't remember who did it.
It's been a long time.
But
it was
it's
back
happened.
in the 80s.
But I just find it so interesting that can happen, that they can that the MVP is from the other team. It's interesting. Speaking of Tatum and them, though, Britt, I want to get your opinion on this. So Skip Bayless this past week.
Yeah, he's such a Curry hater.
Well, he's hating on Jason Tatum right now. He came out and said that he feels that Lonzo Ball just keeps on getting better and better and better. Not right now, but he thinks that he's going to wind up being the better player between Lonzo and Jason Tatum. What do you think of that?
I would put the house on that not happening.
Really?
Tatum has continuously gotten better. His shot has gotten better. He's gotten bigger. I've said since he's been at Duke, because he only played there 1 year. Since he's been at Duke, he reminds me so much of Kevin Durant. His style, his length, the way he moves with the ball, like when he's dribbling. He just reminds me so much of KD that I call him KD light. But in my opinion, he's done something that KD hasn't done, and that has worked on his body to be bigger and stronger and not this scrawny, lanky guy. Now, don't get me wrong, it's worked for KD, right? He's had a great career, but I think Tatum is trying to level up, and if Giannis ever takes a step back in the next 5 years, Tatum is the dude. Now, I think he got a rude awakening in the finals this year, because without Tatum, they don't get to the finals.
Right.
Right? He was very good in the Bucks series. He was very good in the Heat series. And I just think we lost sight of him a little bit in the finals. It's almost like he didn't know how to rise up in those moments, because he had some, like, there's like a couple of minutes in like the first and second quarters and even a couple in the third where he had some like big shots. And then all of a sudden he didn't take any for like the next 7 minutes. And I just don't understand that. And I hope that he goes back and looks at the tape and realizes that he is the one who went silent. And you had to give credit to the Warriors. They had Wiggins on him. They threw Clay at him.
Sure.
They had Draymond on him. So, I mean, it's not like we had scrubs guarding him. But Tatum can be that dude. I have all the faith in the world that Tatum is. Miss me with Lonzo Ball, okay? Lonzo has this knee injury that he can't figure out right now in particular. And Lonzo isn't a shooter. He's not a scorer. He's a passer.
Yeah,
if anyone has a chance, if any ball has a chance of being a better player than Tatum, it's not Lonzo. It's Melo.
Down in he's in New Orleans.
In Charlotte.
Charlotte, yeah.
In Charlotte.
I think if I'm not mistaken, Lamar had said of all the three of them.
Can't hear you, Robert.
I can.
Melo said, or Lamar said of the three of them that Melo is the best of the three boys.
Oh, it's there's no doubt.
Yeah.
You could tell that when they were showing clips of him in like middle school and high school. Like, he's got game. He's gonna have to get a little smarter in his game, because I mean he can thread a needle like nobody's business. He passes honestly like magic. and I know that's a big leap, but just hear me out. I have seen him make some thread the needle. I don't understand how you got the ball through those windows or even knew that the window was going to be open. Passes like we've seen from Magic. And his highlight reel when his
Brett,
career.
Brett, you're using some big words.
I understand this. Magic's one of my favorite players. And I strive to be like Magic whenever I was playing. I was not even close. Let's just be honest about it. But like those are the kind of things that I was looking to do, and is make the passes that the defense has no idea is coming. But Melo, he has dropped some dimes for people, and it's just been incredible.
Yeah, John, what do you think? Do you think?
Wait. John, are you awake?
Yeah, I'm awake. Hey, this is Brett's time, you guys.
Hey,
you know.
I just right before you, Robert, give me a second. Are you awake? Is John here?
Yeah, I'm awake. You know,
right.
I'm just.
All right.
You know, we got basketball over with, so it's even more like waiting on football. But yeah, I mean, this is Brett's time. Championships are fun, so you know, I get it. You know.
Wait. Guys, everybody, where's Clemson John? Did your twin sit in today or what? What's going on?
Well, you know, you know, it's the Golden State's time and all that. I still haven't found any fans that were there before Steph Curry got drafted though. But maybe we'll
Steph
find
Curry
them one day.
he was like what, number 7 overall? Like, come on. Let's pretend, or stop pretending like everyone knew that he was just going to be this absolute stud. Like, no one knew that.
Yeah,
no one knew that.
What he's saying, Britt, is that he doesn't know anybody who was a Golden State fan before Steph was there.
Wait, Robert, I've never known anybody that has to speak for John. That's like somebody.
Well, I'm just letting you know. You know,
Look,
I don't know.
In my defense, I've had this happen a couple of times with different sports, right? So I grew up a Rams fan because my dad was a fan, but I didn't like have my own team that I like adopted, right? So I have adopted the Colts because I really like watching Peyton Manning. And then I've stuck with them even through the really bad years where we sucked.
Jacoby Brissett.
Oh my God. That's just the recent bad years. And I have stuck with the Colts, right? That's my team now. So even when Curry retires, I'm still going to be a Golden State fan. I was a Bulls fan growing up because of Michael Jordan and my dad, right? And then I kind of migrated away from the NBA because it was boring. I followed LeBron for a little bit just because he's an amazing player. But when he left Miami and started being a little pansy, I can't deal with whining LeBron anymore. Like, you're 6'10", 285, and you're the biggest baby on the floor. Like, I can't like either be great or be whiny. You can't be both. So
cool.
In my defense, I have adopted the Golden State Warriors.
Britt, you can be both. I'm proving
you may be, but I won't respect it. I can't respect it.
Britt, cool story about your Colts. My mom is a Colts fan, and for her 50th birthday, I called the Colts, and this was when Pagano was the head coach. Okay. Pagano signed a football for her, and they sent her a whole bunch of Colts swag for her 50th birthday, and wrote her a letter and said, happy birthday. So it was pretty cool.
Robert, you're making me feel old. I'm gonna be 50. I'm gonna be 51 on Monday. That means I'm old enough to be your dad.
So do you want me to call Arizona State for you and see if they'll send you a football?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, Monday. Okay, just to let everybody know, one of my favorite Cardinals of all time. I will be 51 on Monday. I want a Willie McGee jersey. So I'm hoping that's what I get for my birthday.
That's awesome.
51, and he is one of my favorite of all time Cardinals. And if anybody, I know you could name many more that could be somebody's favorite, but that's when I was a kid.
No, the say hey kid, man. Willie McGee was awesome, man.
Yeah, that's a good one to pick, man. That's a good one.
He was probably one of the best trades that we ever made.
Did you know?
Absolutely.
And listen, just off the subject, I don't want to wake John here up, but off the subject, I mean, did John show up? Do you have a twin? Are you like James? Clemson
I think he's
James?
hungover.
Clemson James.
No, it's just it's the Warriors' time, man. It just is what it is,
The Warriors
We got a few-
Invitational. Just ask Draymond.
But I want
Yeah,
to tell you guys before I forget, they put something up there on the Cardinal game last night, and as much as I think I am of a Willie McGee fan, I either forgot about it or didn't remember. But he played, was it his last year with Boston?
Yeah. He
And
we didn't
I don't
re-sign
remember
him.
that. I don't remember him playing 1996 with Boston. I don't remember that.
Yeah,
we
anybody
didn't-
remember Jim Edmonds' last at bat in his career?
No.
The last time he swung
was
a
a
bat.
fly out in the 2004 World Series, wasn't it?
No.
Oh, no.
He was definitely there
He
in
played for the
06, remember?
Cubs. He
He
played.
got
Oh
doubled.
yeah.
He got
I
doubled off
forgot.
second
forgot
on
he
Indy
went to the
Chavez's
Cubs.
great catch. When Indy Chavez made that catch in 06 in Game 7.
When he robbed Molina.
He didn't rob Molina. He robbed Scott Rowland.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he reached up, grabbed it over the wall, and doubled Edmonds off of first base, which is
And then
one of the
Britt,
best
you're right.
catches. One of the best catches in postseason history, but nobody will remember it because the Mets couldn't wrap it up, so they lost the game. Nobody remembers a great catch from a losing team,
Mhm.
but Edmonds. So he was there in 06 with the Cardinals, but the last time he swung the bat was a home run with the Cincinnati Reds. Yep.
Yeah.
And he was rounding third, and he messed up his Achilles heel. And he said, when I walked in the clubhouse, I pretty much knew it was done after that.
Wow.
His last swing was a
He played
home
for
run.
like almost everybody in our division. He played for the Cubs. He played for us. He played for the Reds.
from us, he signed as an unrestricted free agent to the Padres.
Yep.
The Padres traded him to the Cubs. He took a year off because I don't see him playing in 2009. And then he went to the Brewers, and then the Brewers traded him to Cincinnati.
That's right. He even played for the Brewers. He literally played for everybody but the Pirates.
Speaking of the Brewers, have you guys seen these new City Connect jerseys?
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
This is my favorite thing that the MLB has done in probably the last 10 years is the City Connect, and I can't wait when St. Louis gets theirs. Boston, I loved Boston's because it was a honor of the Boston Marathon, and then the Houston's was really cool. They said Space City across the front. Chicago's was great, South Side, and then I love these Milwaukee ones.
Have you seen the
Angels ones
the
are
Colorado
the
ones?
worst. Yes.
The Colorado ones are pretty cool.
Yeah. I just kind of, as soon as I hear Colorado, I automatically think of Kroenke, so I say no to all of it. So,
how far are we from NFL getting ready for preseason?
training camps will start the end of July, so about a month away from now.
All
Yeah,
right.
it's usually fourth week of July.
And how long, Clemson James? How long until college football actually starts?
Fourth week of August is the first game.
So we're right around the corner. We're about
Yeah,
2 months away.
Yeah, we'll have media days at the end of July and then camp at the beginning of August. And then, depth charts will start forming in August and everything. So, yeah, that'll be pretty exciting.
Our first taste of the NFL will happen on Thursday, August the 4th for the Hall of Fame game between the Raiders and the Jaguars.
Yeah, and what's weird,
That'll be a terrible
Jaguars? What's a Jaguar?
Jaguars.
The Jaguars.
Very, very, very good, Robert. Sorry.
It's like you can't say croissant, it's croissants.
I'm the last one that should be correcting anyone's English. I promise you. Big words for me are very hard. So, but Jaguars, right? Isn't that how you say it? What happened?
The Jags.
He has to take care of his dog.
I'm still here. I'm trying to deal with this stupid animal.
Well, it's a dog that barks. Dogs bark. And right.
Hey guys, producer Robert here from The Winning Ticket. I want to tell you about my friend Brendan Carter. He's an insurance broker right here in St. Louis. He specializes in home and auto insurance, but he can insure it all. Home, auto, renters. It's summer, so your boats, your RVs, motorcycles, seasonal homes, and much more. If you have not had your insurance reviewed recently, you're probably paying too much. And guess what? A quote is free. A 5-minute call is all it takes to get the info for a quote and see if Brendan can save you some money on your insurance. He's a broker, so he can shop multiple companies to give you the best rate. Brendan has been in the business for years and will take care of all of your insurance needs. Have you just moved? Give Brendan a call. Teenage drivers, call Brendan. Kids left at home, call Brendan. You can reach him at 618-234-1121, extension 4. Again, 618-234-1121, extension 4. All of his info is on the Winning Ticket website as well, and you can give him a call and save yourself some money.
Hey, just to I cannot wait. I'm going to a YouTube convention next week. I just want to let everybody know I am taking next week. I am taking a vacation from a vacation. So when I get back,
where's that at? In LA, Anaheim, or something?
It is in Anaheim. I am going to a YouTube convention, and we're going to learn how to do some neat things on our YouTube channel. So that's exciting. But what I wanted to let all of you know is Robert and Greg Damon will be doing the show next week. So I'm just letting everybody know Robert and our good friend Greg Damon from KMOX, they will be co-hosting the show next week. And I'm going to leave it up to them to decide to do what they're going to do. And I have a feeling
so it'll be all Green Bay Packers.
That is so much what I'm afraid of.
We don't need any guests. It'll just be us and the Packers.
And I guess I have told them both, do what I said. Could you put some gambling in there somehow? And
yeah, we'll gamble on how many yards Aaron Rodgers throws.
I want to put a line on how many minutes of the show has the Green Bay Packers. So I'm laying, well, let's say they do an hour show. I'm laying the line at 53 and a half minutes of Green Bay Packer talk. If you take the over 53 and a half minutes, we're going to give you a probably plus 180. It is definitely going to be minus 200 under 53 and a half minutes of the hour show. So
shouldn't it be the other way?
No, because if they're not going to go over 53 minutes, but they will be 53 out of 60 minutes. So I'm going to give you a plus number that they give. Like I'm thinking they're going to hit right about 45 minutes of Green Bay talk out of the hour. So minus 200, got to lay, plus 180 for the over. I'm going to take the under strong because I'm just going to pull the plug. And I got control. So it's one of these lines that I can kind of control. So yeah, it's probably not a good idea for anybody to actually bet. So.
Oh, that's hilarious. Hey, I do want to, I know we were talking a little bit earlier in the show. We were talking a little bit about wrestling very briefly, but I do want to talk about something that's a big story right now happening in the sports world. Vince McMahon with WWE has stepped down as the CEO and chairman temporarily due to a scandal that is going on currently right now. He's being investigated. Well, no. This is not a fix on wrestling. This is a fix on real life. He's being investigated for hush money that was given to a former employee for a sexual scandal that is being talked about, where he paid over $3 million to cover up an affair. They haven't announced. No one has come out with who the former employee was. But there is a lot of talks that it is a former WWE diva that this happened to, and him and John Laurinaitis, who most of you know who the last name Laurinaitis from being in St. Louis, but his brother was actually Road Warrior Animal. Okay, is who we're talking about. So with that happening, Vince has stepped down temporarily, and his daughter Stephanie McMahon has taken over as the interim CEO and chairwoman of WWE. So this is a pretty big thing happening right now in the sports entertainment world, because for the longest time, everyone always said that Vince won't ever walk away until the day he dies, and potentially he may have to he may be relieved of his duties from the company.
So I have a question for you, Robert. Is it
Yeah.
sexual? Is the allegation sexual misconduct or an affair?
From what I am hearing, it has to do with an affair, a cover-up of an affair. So, but
Sounds like two consenting adults to me.
Yeah, I'm not saying seeing the reason for having to step down from a multi.
So here's the reason why is because of the $3 million hush money, and that there was apparently the money was given to not disclose information. Now, here's the person that they're talking about that this could have happened is there's a diva named Rosa Mendez who was very quickly and abruptly relieved of her duties at WWE and has since not been a part of anything in the wrestling business since then. And she was very heavily involved previously. And they think that the reason why was she was given that money as quiet money and told to kind of go away. So we're not for sure exactly what's going on, but that's what's happening at this time. So it's a what's the word? It's a fluid situation. There's a lot of things happening with it right now.
Yeah, what do you guys think about that? I don't think that's reason to step down.
I mean, if it was an affair, it's an affair. It happens all the time. But I think the problem is where he gave company money to quiet this person and keep them quiet, and that's why the investigation's happening.
I mean, yeah, I guess this is it's not as surprising because it seems like this is not
it seems
like
really
an uncommon event, right? It's not,
right.
Not an uncommon storyline. This is James, Clemson James. Are you there?
Yeah.
I know I'm overusing it. I know. It was funny like the first 80 times. I get it. But Britt, guys, what do you think about this? I don't think it's that big of a deal, personally. I don't know.
He loses his owner. I mean, he gives it to his daughter, though. I mean, it's
he sold it to her for $1 like Cronky.
Right. Yeah. It's just something they're doing to be politically correct to get around the quote unquote scandal.
Yep, I agree. I mean, an affair is an affair. That's two consenting adults. Paying someone not to say anything about it sounds like an NDA. Like, I don't know. I think it's just trying to overblow it.
Yeah, I'm not seeing this as overly breaking news. But I mean, I know, Robert, your world is you love wrestling, and I love that you love wrestling. I love that you love wrestling. And I'm not seeing that. I think they're making too big a deal out of this.
I mean, I think it's a big
there's
deal
probably some money they give him too. He's probably giving some money on the side that we don't even know about too.
Right. That's why I wanted to bring it to you guys, because for us here in the wrestling world, this is huge. This is something that's like major to see a Titan. It's like seeing a Titan fall to have this happen. And so for us, it's a big thing, and it's crazy.
Yeah. All right. Hey, we talked about hockey earlier.
Yes.
And Britt, you think Colorado can sweep in 4? I know we're a little all over the place.
I think it's possible.
I think we go back and watch the game the other night. I think Tampa Bay played a little better than people think. I think they
no, they did, and they still lost.
Yeah, I understand.
So, like, can you keep that type of mentality after like playing so well and you still lose? Like, that's hard.
Ask Boston.
Hard.
Yeah, ask Boston, right? Yeah.
I'm trying to pull up the line for tonight's game. So tonight we're looking at Tampa Bay at +1.5 in the spread and a total points of 6. The money line is showing Tampa at +135, Colorado at -160.
Well, then you just said +1.5. So how can they be +135? So I don't understand what you mean +1.5. You mean plus a goal and a half?
Yeah, plus 1.5
goals.
points.
Yeah, 1.5.
Okay,
points.
You weren't clear. So plus a goal and a half. Yeah, minus what? Tampa Bay's getting a goal and a half minus what?
-160. No.
Plus 135.
Tampa Bay is at +1.5 points on the spread, and the money line shows them at plus 135.
Those are two different things.
Yes.
Those are two different things. So if you're getting a goal and a half, you're not getting plus 135. I'd be very surprised.
Because you're not the favorite.
Yeah. See, the money line's plus 135.
Yeah.
And Tampa Bay.
See now, if you yes. So if you add if you add a goal and a half, you're laying 200 to win 100. It's minus 200 if you take the goal and a half.
Okay, yeah, that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
So if you bet them outright to win 100, you would win 135. If you take the goal and a half, you take Tampa Bay plus goal and a half, you're laying 200 to win 100. That's what that's saying. So if you are giving Colorado, which I think might be a play, is Colorado minus a goal and a half. They have to win by 2, and you're getting plus 165. So you can take that.
That's probably the better bet. They just keep scoring.
Money line. If you think they can win by 2 or more, that plus 165 is huge.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if Tampa Bay goes down 0-2, but that Colorado getting plus 165, laying a goal and a half, I think that might be my play for the day. I don't know. Anybody got any thoughts while we're talking a little gambling?
Well, a sweep's really hard to do. I mean, you're going to get big odds on a sweep, whatever that is, but it's just really hard to do.
I think you should take a look at the odds of that, betting it, and if it's super good, you should put money on it.
All right, Robert, look up.
It's a good risk.
See if you can find what the odds are to sweep. See if you can find out why you let Robert work on that. Clemson. Before we're going to get out of here in a few minutes. Any news on the college football front that we need to know?
No, not really.
Okay.
Nothing's changed there. No big blow-ups or anything yet. So we will be getting into it over the next several weeks, though.
I'm gonna before we do Saturday morning show with you, I'm gonna send over a case of Red Bull. And see if we can.
Oh no! I won't need that, guys. I won't need that. You got to understand. Like Friday night, you got to be knowing what you're doing for Saturday. Like what are you? First off, what are you doing for the game? Where are you? My wife usually likes to watch the game with me, so we usually do something together in that. There's a St. Louis Clemson club. Sometimes I'll watch the game with those guys, but my rules are it has to be very game-centric. I'm not going to watch the game at, the local bar because they won't know much about it. And they'll be coming up to me asking me what I'd like to eat and drink in the middle of a play. That's a no-no. I want to talk about the game. I don't want to talk about food or anything else for the next 3 hours, That just kind of is what it is. I don't want you coming up to me talking about anything else for the next 3 hours. That's just
John, I'm not a diehard Clemson fan, but I want to go to one of these events with you so bad. I love the Packers, but there's like those I give small time frames when they blow the whistle dead at the end of the first quarter, at the end of the second quarter, at the end of the third. Those are the only times that my kids can come talk. Hey, Dad, get out of here. We got 4 minutes left.
John, I bet people would buy tickets to watch you watch football. Watch Clemson.
Yeah. David, we should sell those.
I think we're starting another YouTube channel. And literally,
we're gonna do a Twitch page with one camera that just shoots over John's shoulder the whole time a Clemson game is on.
Yeah, crazy. Definitely going to the Notre Dame game this year. So Notre Dame in South Bend, going to that one. Nice. Going to the NC State game October 1st. That's at home. So NC State's going to be up on their high horse, and everybody's picking them to win the ACC Atlantic. And NC State's supposed to be, all that this year, but, we'll see about that. They got to come to Death Valley, and we have the nation's longest home winning streak. So, that is what it is for a reason, NC State. So NC State better not hope that's a night game, because they're going to start the game like Lamar Jackson did 6 years ago when it was 1st and 25 when they got the kickoff. So, good luck with that. But definitely go to the NC State game and South Carolina game, Miami game. So that's 4 games that I'm looking forward to for sure.
John, we were just talking about wrestling. John just shot a wrestling promo on NC State.
NC State wrestling? They don't have a wrestling program.
No.
Don't worry about it.
It's okay, John. Colorado plus 820 to sweep.
Oh.
I
would have wanted it. I'd have needed it at 15-1.
Yeah, 8.2 to 1 is not very good.
Well,
Yeah,
I guess the real
Tampa-
question is, what was it before game 1?
No. That was before game 1. Tampa
That's
was
it?
at
Wow.
Tampa was at plus 1600, and Colorado was at plus 820.
That tells me all I need to know about they're probably going to sweep.
Yeah, I don't have a new number. I can't find a new number.
Yeah, but 16 to 1 on Tampa Bay to sweep is horrible.
Yeah.
For Tampa, yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, just for why that is a horrible wager. I understand that it's 2 to 1 on what you're getting, and 8 to 1 does not sound like much of a value for a sweep.
No, not at all. The last
No.
team to sweep, anybody remember the last team to sweep? It was the 98 Detroit Red Wings.
Yeah.
So it's been 23-ish years since somebody swept,
Are you talking about the Brett Hall Red Wings?
Oh, I can't remember if he was on that team or not. They won back-to-back cups, I remember. 97, 98.
Yeah, Brett was on that. Brett, if I'm not mistaken, Brett Hall was on that team, and then he went to Dallas and won in 99.
99, yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
Hey, Robert.
Yes.
Okay, guys, let's wrap this up for the day. Before we go, Robert, I want you to talk about what we've added to our website and get people to go check that out.
Yeah, go take a look at the front page of our website. There's a story of a good friend of ours at the Winning Ticket who is needing some assistance. They're from the Ukraine, and they are the only they're the only surviving member here in the States for a family member of theirs that is stuck in Odessa. And they need some help with getting some funds over to them, as well as getting some supplies over there that they need. Her uncle is fighting right there on the front lines in the Ukraine, and we definitely would like to help them out. So if you go to the front page of our website, thewinningticket21.com, you can read the rest of the story right there about our good friend Angela. And when you click on the donate to help page, it'll take you over to her GoFundMe where you can make a donation and be able to help contribute and help out her family, which right now is just dealing with a very difficult time back home in the Ukraine. And we want to show some support to them. So definitely go drop a couple bucks in there. Anything will help. And she's trying to get her aunt, who she's sending these funds to, here to the States, but due to legal fees and stuff like that, it's very difficult. And she's not able to do that right now and be able to get her a refugee visa. So definitely drop in a couple bucks if you can, and help our friend Angela out.
And that's on the website?
Yes, sir. TheWinningTicket21.com, right there on the front page.
All right, guys, thank you so much for spending the time this morning. Congratulations, Britt, and thank you for the plus 165, because that's what I'm talking about. And I'm taking that little fundage, and I'm gonna play a little bit on a little poker on my vacation with the winnings.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Producer Robert here for The Winning Ticket. Want to tell you about my friends at the DraftKings at Casino Queen Sportsbook. Dude, they have everything over there. A 60-plus foot video wall, 28 plus LED TVs, real-time live odds boards, and 38 betting kiosks with 5 betting windows, as well as a full-service food and bar menu. They're open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 11, and Saturdays and Sundays from 8 to 11 p.m. Make sure you guys go check them out. and enjoy some of the food that they have over there. House-made cannolis, house-made chili. We're talking shrimp po' boys. We're talking St. Louis pork steaks. It's all there. It's all there at the DraftKings at Casino Queen Sportsbook. For more information, go to DraftKings at CasinoQueen.com or take a ride just over the river.
All right, guys. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Britt Williams, Clemson John, joining us this morning. Robert Hickman, guys, thank you so much. Until next time, thanks for listening.